Andrew Gordon, you are Head of European Real Estate Debt at Invesco Real Estate. Thank you for joining us on BiTV.
Good morning.
Invesco announced earlier this week the launch of its first real estate debt fund in Europe, which has an initial target of 1 billion euros. What strategy do you envision for this new vehicle?
Our strategy is broad across different loan types, different geographies and different sectors all across Europe. But all of our loans will have one central philosophy, which is that we put the property first. So we very much focus on finding the right asset, finding the right business plan, and finding the borrower who has both the expertise and the experience to carry it out. Once we have those three things ticked, the borrower, the business plan, and the asset, we'll then go around figuring out what's the best part of the life cycle of the asset for us to be involved in, and what's the best part of the debt capital structure for us to be involved in to ensure that we're optimizing the risk return opportunity from the asset.
Okay, and maybe in terms of asset class and geographies, can you tell us a little bit more what you have in mind for this vehicle?
Absolutely. We have some areas of focus, but we're very much open-minded. It is an open-ended fund, so we have a long-term horizon, and we're mindful that what's currently top of our list might change as the years go on. We are able to invest across the UK and Europe. We expect at the moment to have a reasonable focus on the UK, as it's probably the most liquid real estate debt market in Europe at the moment, but we're very excited about the opportunities across continental Europe as well. And we expect over time the majority of the portfolio to be in Europe. In terms of asset classes, there are some obvious classes which are higher up our list than others, including some of the alternative sectors such as self-storage and student accommodation, along with build-to-rent residential. And there's obviously some asset classes which maybe are lower down the list, such as retail. However, we're very big believers that across every jurisdiction and every sector, there are both good deals and bad deals. So we will very much look upon each deal on its own merits.
Okay, something that is important with this fund is that it will invest primarily, in sustainable assets with a good ESG profile. What does that entail from an investment standpoint?
So we've very much embedded ESG requirements in our investment committee process, and that begins with a detailed assessment questionnaire covering both exclusionary factors and assessment factors, looking in total at 24 different items across both the project and the borrower and across each of E, S and G to come up with an overall score for the project. And we have a minimum score that each project must achieve before we'll proceed with it. In addition, and perhaps more importantly than that, we are very much looking to support borrowers who prioritise ESG, partly because it's the right thing to do and partly because it's the best way to protect the value of the asset. In addition, where required, we will look at incentivizing the borrower to make certain ESG progress through the terms of the loan.
You know that Businessimo is a Paris-based media, so I have to ask, Invesco has already announced a first transaction for the new fund, a 50 million euros, a senior loan to finance a series of 6 French and 3 Spanish logistic facilities. What role do you see France playing in the deployment of this fund?
So we're very excited about the opportunities that we think will come to us in France. It is a very competitive banking market at the moment, but we are seeing more and more interesting opportunities. We've already set up an authorized vehicle to allow us to lend directly to France, directly into French borrowers. And in addition, we have a great Invesco Real Estate team based in Paris, expert across both equity and debt, who are going to help us find and underwrite some great opportunities.
Andrew Gordon, it was a pleasure to have you with us today on BiTV. Thank you very much for your time and your insight. Thank you all for joining us. See you soon on BiTV.
Thank you. Bye-bye.